up, YouTube? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I am Shanika Lawrence and I'm coming to you with another video. So guys, I have been actively real estate investing for a little over 2 years now, and I have to say that it has been an interesting journey so far. I really have enjoyed everything, and I think that there are very great benefits to investing your money, your time into real estate, understanding how the market works, understanding how to grow your money through real estate. Real estate is a very lucrative market, but yet it is a market that you must be strategic in. And we know that there are some very interesting things happening in the real estate market today. I just wanted to come and give you some real estate beginner tips that would help you or anybody that you know who might be interested in real estate investing. People ask the question all the time, how do I even start real estate investing? How do I even get involved in real estate investing? And I think the very first thing that you should do is get to know what real estate investing is, what it looks like, and all of the different types of investing options that you have. For example, you do have short-term renting, long-term renting. You have commercial properties, rental properties, storage units, land. You have lots, all kinds of different ways that you could go. So find out what you're interested in. Are you interested in investing in apartment buildings? Are you interested in renting out a 2-bedroom home? Are you interested in Airbnb a home? Are you interested in getting a storage unit that you can rent out for people's use? Just find out what is it that you would really be interested in. And that's a really good question to ask yourself, because there are so many options, right? Just like with anything else, you could get bored if you're not excited. If it's just not something that interests you, you could easily get bored and you're not gonna wanna continue. So I just suggest everybody to just look through what the different types of areas of investing that you can get into. More so for this video, I want to show or help you understand how you can take your money and start investing it right into real estate. For example, for myself, outside of my own personal real estate investing, me and my family, is 10 of us in my family. We have come together and we have created our own real estate investment company, put our money together, and we invest actively in real estate. I think that this is really helpful because, where one doesn't have enough to put in one place, when you gather 10 together, you have more than enough. So oftentimes you don't hear of this because people, especially in families, are very estranged. People don't trust each other, but I bless God that, people in my family have been able to come together. It's actually people on both sides, me and my husband's family together. And I think that is just beautiful. So I believe that, hey, if you can do some joint venture opportunities, which is also a possibility in real estate, partnering with people. I have partnered with someone else outside of my family, and the partnership has been great. We still partner together today. I believe that you have to make sure that you vet people. You got to make sure that you search God and discern spirits, and actually make sure that this is someone who you can trust, who has integrity, who has good character, and all things of that nature. But I believe that if you are going to go into it with a partner, then just make sure that it is the right partner. And anything can happen when you come together as a team. Now, if you're doing it alone and you're like, I want to just start this whole situation on my own, that's great. You need capital. Now, if you don't have capital, then you need to acquire some sort of form of debt. However, there is very rarely times when you're gonna have all of the debt that you need to cover the cost for buying a property, right? You gotta buy your first property, but what are you gonna buy it with? You're gonna need cash, you're gonna need capital. So you have to find cash somewhere. You have to have been saving your cash somewhere. So if this is like your very first step and you're like, I don't have any money, then that's your first step. Go get some money, go make some money, go do some different things to increase your income, increase your savings, and put some money to the side that you can just specifically put for investing. We talked about this in a video, me and my son. Actually, we talked about the 70-10-10-10 rule that we learned from Jim Rohn that I taught my child, and he still uses today. That's really good, and I think that everyone should watch it. If you need help trying to understand how to manage your money and put money to the side to invest, that would be be a great video for you to watch. Once you have acquired the money that you need, now again, you have to go and get the debt. Now you have some people who are like, oh, I want to be debt free. But remember, debt free is still at zero. You are at zero. Okay. You might not have anything that you owe anyone, but you don't have anything, right? So debt just gives you the ability to borrow against that amount. And it gives you the ability to purchase that building or that home or whatever you're trying to purchase. The great thing about real estate investing is that you use that debt to create wealth, and you don't just use it to buy a liability. You're using it to buy an asset that's going to pay you. So that's the difference between good debt and bad debt. What you hear some people say, good debt and bad debt. Good debt is going to allow you to acquire an asset that's going to pay you, versus bad debt that's going to give you the ability to buy a liability that's going to take money out of your pocket. So go get some debt, find a lender, someone who is going to give you the money that you need to get everything going. Listen, in this process, again, I know that you might be alone, right? You're doing this by yourself and you may not want to have a partner, right? Like I said, but I would also suggest highly for you to find a mentor, especially if you've never done this before. Find someone who is doing what you want to do. Find someone who is successful at the thing that you want to be successful at. If they are successful at Airbnb, find someone who is successful. Get to know how to do the thing, okay? If they are successful at apartment investing, find someone who is successful at investing in apartments, and get to know their ways of doing things. Get to know and understand the business, understand how everything works. It is so important to do this, I believe, because it takes so much time, hassle, headache out of the equation. Find somebody who is going to help you get there faster. I have heard people always talk about get rich quick schemes, but guess what? There is a bigger scheme, and that's the 9-to-5 work the rest of your life scheme, and retire and be broke scheme. I believe that that's a scheme. And you're not going to be long enough to find out how to get rich slow. So I would advise you to find out how you can speed up the process. Wealth has a need for speed. And I believe that you getting a mentor, getting up under somebody's wing is really going to help you do so. Sometimes you have to pay for this mentor. Sometimes you just have to give some sort of service or another level of value to that mentor. If you are expecting for them to give you value, then you should be also prepared to give them a level of value as well, maybe even on top of some money, right? That is just the world that we live in, and it's okay, because it is a small investment for you to be so much more set in the future. Okay, so within that process, I would also encourage you to learn the numbers, okay? Learn how the numbers work. I know that we have a very love-hate relationship, the Black community, with Grant Cardone, but I actually purchased a lot of things from Mr. Grant Cardone. I think, he has so much knowledge on real estate investing in all areas. And one of the things that I learned from him was the numbers, and learning how to really see a thing, really look at it, and really understand, is this even a deal? Is this even a deal? You have to really become versed in real estate investing. Some people just want to be a real estate investor and they just want to do it, passively, and they just kind of want to just make money and they don't want to really learn it. But I really encourage you that if you really want to do this and be, you really want to be successful in real estate investing, I would encourage you to learn the numbers, really learn the business, learn about what's going to make this a deal and when to run when it's not a deal. You don't want to lose money. You really getting into this business to make money, not to lose money. Not to say that you may not lose money sometimes, but you shouldn't be losing a large amount of money over a long period of time. And the biggest way to cut down on that is to know your numbers in the beginning. So just want to again encourage you. Now, last but not least, you have to execute. execute on everything that you learned, execute on everything that you know. You just have to get started. Some people will sit back and they have what is this, analysis paralysis. They're just learning all of this information, they're hearing about it, but they really kind of get afraid when it's time to do it, when it's time to put the money out, when it's time to make the deals. People are just kind of like, I don't really know if I'm ready to do this. But guess what? If you know your numbers, if you know the market, if you know the business, if you have been taught by the right people, if you really have a clear goal and you really know what you want to do, hey, the sky's the limit. Just get started, do what you got to do, and learn from there. I believe that the greatest way that I have been able to learn for myself is just doing the thing, just getting started, just being diligent, just remaining there, staying there in that place, and just continuing to be willing to learn more. The more that you are willing to learn more, the more that you will learn. You will learn more as you continue to walk forward. So that is my admonishment. That is my suggestion to you, to anybody who wants to learn how to start real estate investing. No matter how old you are, no matter how young or old you are, you can get started today in real estate investing. And yes, the market is a little tricky right now, but again, that is something, that is an opportunity, I believe, for us to learn so much more about real estate and how it works and how it can work for us. You know, one thing that the Bible tells us is that there would be vineyards that we did not plant, and that we would have land, and that there would be increase. God has given us so many promises, but you know, it is our responsibility to make sure that we are acquiring the knowledge on how to even be able to assess different things when they come our way. You know, I talked a lot about the virtuous woman recently, and one of the things that she did was, it says that she looked at a field, she considereth a field, and she bought it. So she didn't just kind of, you know, just like, oh, I'm going to buy that. It was just like, she actually knew a little bit about this thing. She didn't just make the decision. She said, you know what, this is this, and this is going to be this, is going to bring this profit. She thought about it. She took it into consideration, and she purchased it. And from there, she was able to build. And that is my prayer for you, that you would build this year, that God would continue to increase in your life, and as he does so, that you would grow even the more, and that there would be even more blessing for you and your family. So God bless you guys. Listen, real estate investing for beginners, this is for you. For anybody that you know, send this, share this to anybody that you know who might need to hear it. Comment, like, and subscribe on my video, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.